Genesis chapter 16 verses 4 through 6. And he went in unto Hagar, and she conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress was despised in her eyes. And Sarai said unto Abram, My wrong be upon thee. I have given my maid into thy bosom. And when she saw that she had conceived, I was despised in her eyes. The Lord judge between me and thee. But Abram said unto Sarai, Behold, thy maid is in thy hand, do to her as it pleaseth thee. And when Sarai dealt hardly with her, she fled from her face. We have here the immediate bad consequences of Abram's unhappy marriage to Hagar. A great deal of mischief it made quickly. When we do not well, both sin and trouble lie at the door. And we may thank ourselves for the guilt and grief that follow us when we go out of the way of our duty. See it in this story. Once Sarai is despised and thereby provoked and put into a passion, Hagar no sooner perceives herself with child by her master than she looks scornfully upon her mistress, upbraids her perhaps with her barrenness, insults over her to make her to fret, as 1 Samuel chapter 1 verse 6, and boasts of the prospect she had of bringing an heir to Abram, to that good land and to the promise. Now she thinks herself a better woman than Sarai, more favored by heaven, and likely to be better beloved by Abram, and therefore she will not submit as she has done. Note, first, mean and servile spirits, when favored and advanced either by God or man, are apt to grow haughty and insolent, and to forget their place and origin. See Proverbs chapter 29 verse 21. Proverbs chapter 30 verses 21 through 23. It is a hard thing to bear honor a right second. We justly suffer by those whom we have sinfully indulged, and it is a righteous thing with God to make those instruments of our trouble whom we have made instruments of our sin, and to ensnare us in our own evil counsels. This stone will return upon him that rolleth it. To Abram is clamored upon, and cannot be easy while Sarai is out of humor. She upbraids him vehemently, and very unjustly charges him with the injury. My wrong be upon thee, with a most unreasonable jealousy, suspecting that he countenanced Hagar's insolence. And as one not willing to hear what Abram had to say for the rectifying of the mistake and the clearing of himself, she rashly appeals to God in the case. The Lord judge between me and thee, as if Abram had refused to right her. Thus does Sarai, in her passion, speak as one of the foolish women speaketh. Note, first, it is an absurdity which passionate people are often guilty of, to quarrel with others for that of which they themselves must bear the blame. Sarai could not but own that she had given her maid to Abram, and yet she cries out, My wrong be upon thee, when she should have said, What a fool was I to do so. That is never said wisely, which pride and anger have the inditing of. When passion is upon the throne, reason is out of doors, and is neither heard nor spoken second. Those are not always in the right who are most loud and forward in appealing to God. Rash and bold imprecations are commonly evidences of guilt and a bad cause. 3. Hagar is afflicted and driven from the house. Observe, first, Abram's meekness resigns the matter of the maid servant to Sarai, whose proper province it was to rule that part of the family. Thy maid is in thy hand. Though she was his wife, he would not countenance nor protect her in anything that was disrespectful to Sarai, for whom he still retained the same affection that ever he had. Note, those who would keep up peace and love must return soft answers to hard accusations. Husbands and wives particularly should agree, and endeavor not to be both angry together. Yielding pacifies great offenses. See Proverbs chapter 15 verse 1. Second, Sarai's passion will be revenged upon Hagar. She dealt hardly with her, not only confining her to a usual place and work as a servant, but probably making her to serve with rigor. Note, God takes notice of, and is displeased with, the hardships which harsh masters unreasonably put upon their servants. They ought to forbear threatening, with Job's thought, Did not he that made me make him? Job chapter 31 verse 15. Third, Hagar's pride cannot bear it, her high spirit having become impatient of rebuke. She fled from her face. She not only avoided her wrath for the present, as David did Saul's, but she totally deserted her service and ran away from the house, forgetting, first, what wrong she hereby did to her mistress, whose servant she was, and to her master, whose wife she was. Note, pride will hardly be restrained by any bonds of duty. No, not by many second, but she herself had first given the provocation, by despising her mistress. Note, those that suffer for their faults ought to bear their sufferings patiently. 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 20.